All right. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you all are doing great. This is Chirag, and I welcome you all to the Evveland AMA session. I am really very glad to inform you that we have Rafa, Marta, Ivo, who are the core members of Evveland. So, hi Rafa, how are you doing? Ivo, how is everything going on? How are you all?
Doing well, thank you, Chirag. Um, Hopefully you are. You're what, in India right now, right? So you're 3.5 hours away from us.
Yeah.
Okay. Marta, are you there? Ivo, are you there? No, Ivo is not here.
Oh,
Yes,
all
I'm
right.
here. Hello.
Ivo is in the AMA. I mean, in Twitter Spaces. Hi, Ivo. Welcome. You now have speaking up. Hello.
Hi, how are you? Hi, everyone. From India to Miami and Poland as well.
Okay, so how do we do this, my friends? How do we start? We're here to talk about Evveland and our upcoming minting event, which will happen July 15th of 2022, so in less than a month. And basically the idea is that you can ask us questions about what is Evveland, and so we have a discussion about, in this very tight climate, why are we going ahead with the Evveland minting?
Great. All right.
Anyway, so basically, Evveland is a metaverse focused on businesses that offers the different users the opportunity to run virtual events and to basically host all types of different events, both business and non-business, educational, and also entertainment-related events. As we just hosted in Uruguay, an event for artists, for a minting event for artists. So in our platform, basically, as you can see here in our auditorium, you can transmit live events like we're doing now. We're actually transmitting directly via Twitter Spaces, via Facebook, and directly on our own metaverse. And so basically, you can deploy all these assets, all these media through our own event venue and monetize it in multiple ways. The first one is obviously to run your events, but then you can actually create different galleries and as you can see here, for partners and different pavilions that you can deploy. And you can go into the different booths and interact with the different partners that are on the different venues and on the different pavilions. Or you could go, see a gallery where we have here our team and a description of what each member of the team does on the company. And these galleries can be used for anything that you consider important for. Then obviously there's the auditorium. Here are the partners and all the different partners that we have in the company. Some media companies, some employment, some even educational institutions and environmental institutions. And then, let's go back to the auditorium so we can again see the session live. We have our chat here on the right, where you can engage with the different people that are listening live during the conference. So basically, this is in very short, brief introduction to what the venue actually does. And what I would like to hear are some questions regarding how would you use the venue, and how would you actually engage in organizing events and all that. In the meantime, I also want to tell you that we have just recently launched a contest, which we are calling the NFT Challenge. And I'll show you the page right now here. And in this NFT challenge, what we want to do is have each person create a small video interview, and basically win one of those venues that you just saw on the image, right? So basically, in order to participate, all you have to do is to go to evveland.com/NFT-challenge and be on the finalize the interview, which is a video interview of about 5 minutes. And basically, with that, you're almost a winner, because we will choose among some of the best, and I'm sure that your answers will be among the best. And we will basically give you a venue for you to monetize. Now, what are the different ways in which you can monetize a venue? Well, you can rent it. We will give you tools so that you are able to rent your venue to third parties, whoever in your community needs to run an event. You can rent the venue to them, provide them access to the venue, and let them be the ones who actually run the venue during the time that you offer to them. You can also stake the venue, and in that way we will stake your NFT, and we will pay you interest based on the cost of the venue at the time of your acquisition, and the price of ETH as we go forward. And we will pay you interest with our own ETH token. And also, you can actually sell it in any marketplace. Now, the interesting part about our venues, a part of the utility that you just saw in of our NFTs, is that if you are able to create enough value on the venue, meaning that you bring an audience, you generate users, you have business, that through a liquid staking application that we're building, you will be able to sell that. So to sell the future business that it's on your venue. So those are the main things that I wanted to say. Right now, I would love to get some questions from the audience and respond to whatever you want to ask.
Yeah,
Any
sure.
questions?
Thank
Yeah,
you
go
so
ahead.
much, Rafa, for explaining your platform, Evveland. This is such an amazing platform, and I'm sure that it has going to have a very big scope in future, right? So I have a question: that how are you and your team is coping up with the bear market? Like crypto market is crashing daily and daily, and so how you guys are going to cope it with the bear market?
Okay, that's a good question, Shirak. And basically, we are obviously that's kind of the elephant in the room in every meeting in every company today in this space. And the answer is very simple. In our case, we have a utility. We're not something that you know, we're not a collectible. We are a technology, and you get access to a series of tools in our technology that provide you with potential revenue opportunities immediately as soon as you acquire that asset. That differs a lot from just collectible NFTs and art. In moments like this, people tend to shy away from buying art, and you know, it's, I mean, the general market, even though there's always people who take advantage of down markets to make investments. But I believe what people need are tools to monetize, to create more business opportunities, and to make some more money. And so that's exactly what we're trying to offer. So basically, we're working on providing all of those opportunities so that you can actually benefit from owning a venue through multiple ways, as I explained earlier.
Great, got it. I have one more simple question for you. So you just told that if someone is taking the NFTs or smart venues, they will get interest. So can you give an idea how much interest that will be per annum, like 12%, 18%, 20%? How much it will be?
We're going to be offering upwards of 12%. Obviously, the market is tough, and we don't want to offer something that will not be able to accomplish. So 12%, we believe, is as a starter, but it might go up as we go forward. It won't go down from there, from that 12%, and it will be paid in ETH tokens.
All right. One more question regarding these ETH tokens. Is it listed on some websites or exchanges? Is it available for trading or not?
We have a very limited supply on Uniswap, which you could buy right now, but we still haven't deployed the token as a liquid asset. We are waiting for the NFT collection to deploy, and then as we go forward, it be used as our internal currency in the in Evveland. So you can buy, but as I said, there's a limited offer. It's about 3 million tokens available in Uniswap. We are working on listing in other decks, and we will do so right after we deploy our NFT collections.
All right. And what are your plans when you are going to deploy your NFT collections?
It's the collection is scheduled for July 15th. The minting.
All right.
And as you mentioned before, we're running the giveaway between now and July 14th, so one day before the minting. And we want to give away 100 venues to users who actually fill the questionnaire and give us their opinions on which we can then obviously share with the audience, so that people will learn more about NFTs, how to use them, how to best make the investments in the market.
Wow, that's a great news for consecutive 2 days, 14 and 15 July.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So maybe I would like to ask Marta to talk a little bit about what we're doing on the environmental front, which is also very important for us at Evveland, which is to be environmentally conscious, not only conscious, but to be environmentally active in actually making the planet a better place through our different initiatives. We are already doing things in the market, and maybe Marta, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, why don't you share with us some of the things that
Sure.
that we,
Well, in order to take care and develop all the initiatives that are related to environment, we created the Evveland Foundation. And the initial idea that we have is to develop what we call the restoration of natural ecosystems all around the world. Actually, the first project is already running in Dominican Republic, where we have started reforesting an area of 7,000 square meters by planting trees following a very specific method, which is the Miyawaki method, that allows a quicker growth of the trees with a higher biodiversity. But apart from that, clearly the whole foundation and environmental projects are going to be also taking place in the Metaverse philosophy. So the idea is that not only us, but also the local communities get involved in all these projects. And also we want to not only count on volunteers, but we want people really engaged and working on the development and maintenance of this forest, because we know that if we only go for planting trees and we don't do anything else, those forests don't live. So the idea is to have in each place that we are developing these initiatives to have, as I said, people and communities involved. And in order to do so, we also decided to allocate a percentage of all the trades that are taking place in Evveland. A percentage of the money will go to the foundation in order to secure the sustainability of all the projects. And we will pay also with tokens to the people and communities engaged in the maintenance of the forest and all the initiatives that we will develop. That's pretty much the main lines of the foundation.
thank you. Any more questions, Chirag?
Maybe
Well,
Yes, hold on. Yes, go ahead.
Robert is here. I'm on the wrong account. Tell me something about the technology, blockchain technology, because we can hear a lot about the consuming energy by the blockchain cryptocurrencies, and what and why technology you choose for that. Why is better than other, and what is the, except the foundation and environment care, what is the very crucial for the project?
Thank you, Robert. That's a very good question. Well, we chose the Polygon chain because it's a proof of stake chain, and also has very inexpensive gas fees. And being a proof of stake, obviously it's a lot less computing power needed. We're also using the 1155 standard, ERC 1155 standard for our tokens, which allow us to create only one contract for multiple collections, also making it less computer intensive to run, and also a lot more efficient from a development perspective. In the case of our ERC20 token, well, it is what it is, an ERC20 token, also on the Polygon chain, and you can find it on the Polygon scan. So basically, that's the choice. We do have our own internal blockchain, which we are using to we're going to be using to do our own minting and our own blockchain transactions, so that again, we save on the whole computing needs of our system. Also, our platform technology is very nimble. It is very light It works. It has been built as a mobile-first environment, which you're seeing, and the ones that are seeing it on screen can see the environment. The ones on Twitter can go to our headquarters, which is the address is venue.evveland.com/HQ &/ and you can actually see what we're seeing on the screen right now, which is see it on your mobile, and see how effective and useful it is, because it has been created thinking of business, thinking of the business use, and the fact that you cannot ask a business person to have a long or learning process, or to have access to computers that have high that their needs for computing are very strong, so that you need, you cannot access most of the metaverses today and of the Web3 services without having a very strong, a very big computer. And that is something that we have tried to address, which is to be mobile first. So I hope that answers your question, Roy.
Yes, thank you. I think very crucial for everyone is also that the gas fee is very low. Plus, if you have hybrid, means the private blockchain on your side, the cost of most transactions going to zero directly, what means that the interest rate on the whole business will be much higher. Yes, because the polygon is very cheap for any transaction, plus the cost zero on the private side is very crucial for the long-term and mass transactions.
Exactly. And so, I think that added to the fact that we're, making specific investments and supporting environmentalists as they create and try to improve the ecosystem, the ecological equilibrium, and the environmental development of different countries. I think it's critical for us and for the future of our project.
Yes, and if I may ask you other question, totally not technical, but we had a few weeks ago very nice discussion about the source of the idea for the project. Because you are coming from the publishing industry, and you thought about the idea how to communicate, how to integrate people, and how the pandemic changed your mind and point of view, and give you some additional ideas. Maybe tell us something about it.
Thank you. Well, as you will say, my background is first in publishing, then in technology and in technology companies. And the latest company we developed is the latest is Evveland, but the previous one is Busqueros, which is a job platform in Central and South America. And during the pandemic, we were faced with the need of both the recruiters and the potential candidates, the potential employees, to connect in a virtual environment. And so that's when we started developing the basis for Evveland, and that's when we created the basic platform, which in the first case was a very manual process. It was basically the images, and we created the navigation, so everything had to be put out at the source of the image, all of the ads, all of the sponsors, all of the booths, everything had to be done at the source. And then we had very limited interaction to where we are now, which is a fully functional virtual environment with which is why we call it smart venue, which can be expanded and collapsed and used depending on the need of the client. So it was a very interesting process. It is, as you well know, an ongoing process that never stops, and that has to be continuously updated and refreshed, and new features created on a constant basis. And that's what we're doing. Any other questions?
Yes, can you tell us, please, more about the communities? Which communities are we focused on? Which models, B2B, B2C, in different stages? So not only this year, but also the next few years, please.
That's a great question, Ivo. Thank you. Well, since we are obviously an events today, an events-based system, and we use for running events, well, the first community that comes up to mind is the events organizer, event professionals, and that includes even developers, designers, event organizers, logistics, anybody who is in the events community can be part of this. But also then we go into the metaverse component, and then that adds up a whole slew of different potential community members, such as Web3 developers, architects. This whole environment that you're seeing here, and I will show it up here and down. It is a complete building created by an architect in a software for building architectural models. So that entire building and that process, I believe, is a great opportunity for that community to join us and be a part of what we're doing in Evveland. And so they're like people who are speakers of in conferences, who are professionals, who have knowledge. We want to create a speaker community and people who provide services to event organizers and event so organizations who run events. So one is the event professional community, the people who are paid to run and to organize events, and then there's the event organizers themselves, and there's corporations, all types of organizations, associations, chambers of commerce, foundations, obviously government institutions that are potential users. There's one huge community that I haven't mentioned, which is the NFT collectors and NFT creators. Both of those communities have a home in our service and in our house, which is one, the NFT collectors. As you saw, we have different galleries and tools for NFT collectors to deploy their collections, right? So if you own a venue, you immediately can deploy your NFT collection on the venue and bring people to see your NFT collection, which is different from the way NFT collections are deployed, for instance, in the current marketplaces. So here, you as a collector, you have hundreds of NFTs that you collect. This is a place where you can deploy all of those collections. From the NFT creators' perspective, then that's a totally different way. You can use it in the same way, but now to promote your collections and to generate an actual event around your collection minting. So the minting event really becomes an event when you can be live, guiding your community, engaging your community, and basically showing off your collection. Did I forget any other communities, Ivo? Maybe I...
No, I don't think so. Just remember that today, in fact, we are running the Minting Summit event from Uruguay. It was an international event, and here we are deploying 101 NFTs. Really nice. With a benefit model, so it's a very good reason as well.
So definitely already being used, as we said, by community members. And we're very excited that we are offering this tool at a very tough moment. Again, as Chirag asked previously, at a very tough market situation that is happening today, but also, like in any downturn, an opportunistic one. And there's plenty of opportunities, and we believe that Evveland is definitely one of them because, again, of the utility that we are providing users and buyers of our NFTs and the capacity to monetize it in a very short term. So you buy a venue, you immediately get the tools to manage your venue and to rent it, stake it, or use it to deploy your collection or to, run your events if you are an event organizer. So from that point of view, I think that this is a different type of collection and a different use of NFTs. And actually, even from our lawyers, the type of contract that we have created for the NFT collectors is a different contract than what you get when you buy a type of art, because it is a service more than a collectible. Any other questions?
Thanks a lot.
No, I think we've gone for half an hour. I think that's a great time for this AMA. It's our first AMA, and we will do one every Thursday starting from now until we mint on July 15th. Thank you all very much, Chirag, Marta, Ivo, Robert, and everybody else out there listening. Have a great day.
Rafa.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.